he started a foundation, the Wyclef Jean Foundation, about 12 years ago, and then changed the name to the Yele Haiti Foundation. And when this tragedy happened, he went out and he asked people, he worked out a way for text donations to go to Yele. So you can just text in a number and automatically your phone bill will be billed $5 or $10. And that money goes to his foundation, which he said is going to help people in Haiti. It's absolutely worthwhile. People need the help. They need the money. But what they need are supplies. They need medical help. They need a lot of things when a tragedy like this happens very quickly. So in the first day or so, he raised about $1 million, and he said his goal was to raise about $1 million a day through these text donations, and the money was pouring in. So we took a look at how the charity, how the foundation has performed in the past, how he has spent money. And so we went and we decided to look at what's called the 990 forms, which is what's filed.
The 990s.
The 990s.
Okay.
And for Yele Haiti. And what we noticed was that 3 years of forms were all filed, tax forms were all filed last year. And they hadn't been filed prior to that. So that was 05, 06, and 07. So there's no accounting for 08. And it's a little too soon for 09, obviously. So there was a question about the books. And then we started to look at how the money that was in there was spent. So Wyclef Jean paid $31,000 in rent to himself, basically, for Yele Haiti. And
so his foundation was renting from him.
From him. And that's pretty much unheard of that a foundation pays itself. The other two things that stuck out with us was there was a $100,000 payment for him for a charity performance in Monaco. Now, his people have said, well, it's expensive to put on a performance, $100,000. You've got backup singers, you've got crew. That's actually, there's another line item in it that is for the production of that, $97,000. The $100,000 specifically says for Wyclef Jean for a single performance. It says that it's for him. It doesn't say, the wording is that for the musical performance service of Wyclef Jean, there's a $97,808 line which says direct expenses associated with the benefit. Now, there's also a $250,000 expense for television production services for a company in Haiti. He owns that company in Haiti. He's a majority share owner in that company. So $250,000 from the foundation went to a company he owns.
So he owns the space. He owns that, and then they're paying him. This doesn't sound good.
Right.
Doesn't sound kosher.
They make the claim that they needed to reserve airtime to air certain ads and stuff to promote the foundation and such. Now, Gawker reported, and this is very interesting, that actually what happened is he used the money to buy the station. Somebody realized we can't do that with foundation money. Then they went back and sort of cleaned this up, is what they allege.
Wow.
Nobody questions that it's a tragedy going on in Haiti and that he witnessed a tragedy over there. I think that we're mixing up two different issues here.
Why did you have to ruin his day?
What's going on? I think a lot of things have ruined his day lately. I think I can't question what he's seen over there, but that doesn't have anything to do with how he's run his foundation. Now, there's a guy named Sanjay Rawal who was heading the foundation for a period of time and resigned from the board in 2005. Okay? He was the executive director.
Right.
And his resignation letter, which Gawker got a copy of, says that basically this is a poorly run foundation and that you can't use this foundation to line your own pockets.
Wow. Is the guy running it?
He was
Is
running
the guy
it,
hired
and then he
to
resigned.
Run it?
He said, I like you guys. I have a great deal of respect for you. But without any sort of financial commitment, which you guys haven't made, talking about Wyclef, his cousin, and one other guy who run the board, this is never going to work. And that you guys need to lose your sense of entitlement. Charity is charity, and it is not a way to be paid back for past charity. Now, it's a very interesting letter because it's a long letter, and it's a guy who clearly cares about this foundation and thinks that this foundation could do good work because of his celebrity. But says we wouldn't have to do fundraisers if you guys would each put $50,000 into this foundation. That would run the operating expenses. But you guys refuse to do that. And you're using it to enrich yourselves, both publicly and, through using other money.
Wow.
If you think this is an attack on Haiti or on Wyclef Jean and what he's trying to do right now, I think that's a mistake. I think you're misunderstanding what it is. Your people are giving millions of dollars. Where do you want your money to go? The money that comes in via text, that money doesn't directly go into their account. It's collected after the phone bills are paid and people pay their phone bill, and then the money gets filtered in. What happens is with these larger foundations, in most cases, they get bridge loans. They know money is coming in. They don't get it. When you make a credit card payment to, on your Amex or Visa or whatever to help a foundation or a charity or whoever you want to at the time, the money doesn't like that appear in their account. It takes some time, but they get bridge loans to help them out, knowing that money is coming in, and then they can get supplies to the ground. That is not something that this foundation can do.
I can't imagine that they're set up to do that. If it's a couple of guys who don't necessarily have the level of sophistication in this business, and it keeps talking about all the mistakes that they've made and all the problems they've had, it seems that they're not set up to do that type of immediate work. Meanwhile, millions and millions of dollars of donations are flowing towards them, and the question is, does it reach where it needs to reach?
But to sort of be out there now and not say, Doctors Without Borders, that's who needs the money right now, that's where these millions of dollars need to go, is a little, I think, irresponsible with when you take into account the past way that the foundation's been run.